Hello, everyone. Here we are for week 2 of Dungeons and Dragonites. We're playing against Dunnikin, and here are my two teams. I have no idea which one I want to lead. Not a plan, so let's just go team 1 because there's not a reason not to. Dunnikin seems really good. Their big bad threats, I think, are Ursaluna and what is the other one? Inteleon, Hoopa, Unbound. Those are the big threats. So they have Terra, Ground, or Ikorio, and Terra Grass, Probobass for their Terra Pokemon this week. So I'm somewhat annoyed with Meowscarada. I believe I have Psychic Fangs on this Luxray to try to deal with it to some extent. And they don't seem to have many physical attackers, maybe 0 physical attackers on this team. So Luxray's Intimidate's not as important. However, and so I do think that maybe I should lead something like a Raichu and a Luxray, get some Fake Out support, get some Psychic Fang support, and then it doesn't matter what's in the back because we have all 6 Pokemon coming. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. So hopefully we can prevent them from setting up too many, or set up terrain with these Psychic things. I am somewhat concerned of them having a bulky Pokemon with that. Maybe I should have let my Tailwind Setter just get some speed control, but okay. So they let super special offense on lead. And neither a Clear Airlet, but wasn't really expected on either of these Pokemon. I think my plan is probably to just go for a Fake Out on Inteleon. And then do I want to... I don't think their team looked like they're going to set up Trick Room with Hoopa. Maybe it could. So maybe I just go with the Play Rough. Try to get some damage on this Hoopa. Okay, Inteleon protected. And Hoopa did not protect. Sad day for me. Got the wrong one. Dark Pulse. That's a chunk of damage. But you're Sash, so we take it. And we do a pretty good chunk of damage with that. I'm pretty sure Inteleon is faster than Raichu. I would love to be able to encore that, but I'm pretty sure that it's undoable. I don't have Protect on this, so maybe, like, do I want to switch anything in to take an attack? Not particularly, so I'm somewhat intrigued to see if they are not super fast for some reason. Go for a Encore, and then go for the kill. Okay, so their Hoopa... Yeah, go for the kill on Hoopa. Okay, they're concerned of the Hoopa. I'm assuming they're switching. Oh, Probopass? Okay, that's fair. Snipe Shot. Okay, we killed the Raichu. Raichu dead. Not too surprising. And now we... Okay, that was a crit. Okay, they're leftovers. Okay, cool. Okay, so here I can bring out Kilowattrel, which does outspeed. Or I can bring out Iron Leaves, which also outspeeds. I feel like I'm gonna bring out this Iron Leaves. So we get the booster speed boost, or assuming I EV train properly. Yeah, we get a speed boost here, and I'm going to play with the assumption that they're going to Tailwind there. I mean, not they're going to Tailwind, they're going to Protect there, and I'm going to Volt Switch out onto this Probopass. Try to get a free Swords Dance out for the most part. Okay, they switched out. Same idea. This is the reason why we went for that. That Swords Dance to play around something like that. So now we're at +2, and we get to Volt Switch out. A little chunk of damage, not much. And I'm going to switch into a Rotom. Actually, I'm going to switch into a Vikavolt. Play around a Earth Power from this Probopass. Well, I guess every Pokemon on my team plays into it. I think I'm going to go with the Vikavolt because it also threatens the Hydropple the best. Okay, we go for an Iron Defense. So, not the end of the world. So, I'm just going to go for a... Okay, it's probably just a Psyblade into the Hydropple. And probably just the Thunderbolt into the Probopass. I think those kind of make the most sense. A little sad I didn't bring out the Kilowattrel now, but because it would be a little bit nice to do that. But I think this should be a pretty good chunk of damage to the Probopass, since though it has a good special attack, it is not boosted, and we have a very good thing. Oh, I guess I probably could have played around that. They are Terra Grass, I believe. So yeah, Bug Buzz would have been the optimal play there, but such is life. However, assuming I'm in pretty good shape with the, ooh, that does less than I was hoping. Power Gem. I should take this, but I definitely don't think I take the double up. Not much, but okay. Okay, cool. So that means that, okay, they're Life Orb on that. So we have Life Orb revealed, Leftovers revealed. Sadly, this is like a super easy read for them, so they could switch in Hoopa, but I do feel like I'm kind of forced to do that, and then we do the Bug Buzz, which now has a pretty good chance to be able to kill. Yeah, Hoopa does switch in as expected. Like I said, I didn't really want to make that read because if they stay in, I'm in really awkward shape. Did we speed tie last time? I thought I outsped last time. I might have been making that up. But we're in fine shape, assuming Kilowattrel can connect and attack. Because we're gonna bring in, yeah, Kilowattrel. I think we want Kilowattrel. So we're gonna bring in Kilowattrel, and we are going to just Leaf Blade this Hoopa and Hurricane this Probopass. Hurricane should kill Probopass. I would be very surprised if it didn't, because this is Life Orb, max special attack on 110 base stat move. That's super effective. Yeah, cool. Way to go, Kilowattrel. So now we're in pretty good shape. We have our +2 speed boosted Iron Leaves and Kilowattrel, which should outspeed pretty much their entire team since Inteleon is not scarfed. Sadly, they do have Fake Up and or Light Screen Up. So I'm assuming this is going to be Sash. But I do not want to super play around that, so I'm going to go for, I don't want to double up into that spot, so I'm going to Leaf Blade's Volt Switch into a different one so they don't, in case they protect the Inteleon, which I think makes a lot of sense. Okay, they did not protect the Inteleon, but we did Leaf Blade the Inteleon. It is Sash, as we kind of expected. Let's see who they tried to kill, and they're trying to kill my Iron Leaves, which Iron Leaves takes it. Ooh, way to go, Iron Leaves. Okay, so I'm going to go for the Leaf Blade into the Mouse Stick and the Volt Switch into Yeah, how many Pokemon they have left? They have 2 more Pokemon. Alright, I'm gonna Volt Switch into the Inteleon. I think it might have the Aqua Jet, so I would like it to be dead if it doesn't protect here, but it just protects. Let's see if Meowstic goes for a Reflect or something. Okay, Leaf Blade, +2. Just misses out on it. Should have doubled up in the Meowstic. Look like I'm probably gonna lose Iron Leafs here. Yeah. Iron Leafs did good though. Pretty happy with it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring out the Luxray. And we get this off, and I think the play here is just going to Psychic Fangs. I think it should kill it from this range, and then get the Volt Switch off. They have no ground Pokemon on the back, so this should be just damage. Okay, not much damage, but we get some damage, and hopefully we get rid of the. Oh, they do not have screens. Okay, so we bring out the Rotom. And this should do very little damage, yeah. And we get the kill. I like my decision, even if it to make sure that we break any screens if they did set up screens there. Okay, Inteleon. I feel like it's more likely to have a dark move than it is to have a fighting move. Does Inteleon learn Focus Blast? And if it did learn Focus Blast, would they be running it? I think I'm going to not Terra, play around Dark Pulse, and go for a. I guess what I could do instead of baiting that is just kind of go for a. Okay, I'm gonna do the Play Rough Blizzard, not Terra. Okay, so this is Oricorio is the last Pokemon? Yeah, okay. Snipe Shot, okay. Yeah, that did a chunk. Blizzard misses the Oricorio. We kill the Inteleon. This is the Pokemon we wanted to make sure was dead the most. We gotta Play Rough off and connect. Not bad damage. Now they have Hydrapple. And I'm going to do the obvious Wild Charge, Terra Ghost, play around a Revelation Dance, and go for the Blizzard, hope to connect with Hydrapple. So if Oricorio can't kill my Rotom, which I feel like I should be able to take an attack from it from this range. I'd be surprised. Okay, and we should be able to get the kill on this Oricorio. Okay, they did Revelation Dance. This is why we Terra'd. Yeah, that did none. Blizzard, does it connect this time? It does connect this time. Does a chunk. That's definitely in Wild Charge range. We get the freeze, but the freeze definitely is not going to matter here. Oh, are they Citrus Berry? I imagine Wild Charge still gets the kill from this range. It does, cool. And now this game, funnily enough, I don't really have a good way to hit it with 100% accurate moves, so I'm somewhat encouraged to use a bunch of inaccurate moves, but I think we'll be fine since we do outspeed every Pokemon, or all my Pokemon outspeed all their Pokemon. And we should need to connect basically 77% accurate move, because I do have Widelands. This is not just 70% accurate Blizzards. 77% accurate villagers. A lot more accurate. Okay, so that game went pretty well. It was definitely definitely back and forth one. A couple decision points that made what I would say I was definitely gaining a lot of momentum early on, and then they had a little bit of early momentum. Then I started gaining some momentum, and then they made a couple of good protects that ended up making the game get into their get closer and closer, and then we were able to kind of get it back at the end. So now we have to switch to this team. This team might be a better matchup against their other one, since their other one is the Ursaluna team, which means I do have a couple of anti-Trick Rooms Pokemons. But let's see what they got. So yeah, this is what they got. I know they have beat up Cobalion with. They have the possibility of beat up Cobalion with Fezandipity. I think I'm somewhat intrigued to lead Iron Jugulis, because I'm pretty sure I have Taunt on it if they lead a Trick Room Pokemon and they can't fake me out. Damage wise, I do really like Sandy Shocks here, and so I kind of want to lead Sandy Shocks, but obviously it's a little bit annoying if they go too much with their with like a fake out mon and get offense. But I like this. This is the best answer, I think, into the possibility of a Trick Room lead, and also a good answer into the beat up mode. Hopefully we're going to be able to get there. We shall see. Because, yeah, this is definitely can be a little bit annoying. They did lead Hitmonchan, kind of as expected. So I'm just going to go for the Taunt into Carbink, and I'm going to go for... Do I want to Earth Power or do I want to Volt Switch? So plus power of Earth Power is it does more damage on board. Plus power of Volt Switch is if they do have like Mental Herb, it gives me in a better position. I think I'm just going to go damage on this Carbink. Fake out Sandy Shocks, fair enough. And we go for a Taunt, see if they're Mental Herb. If they're Mental Herb, we're in a slightly annoyed position, but not too much. They are in fact Mental Herb. But not the end of the world. What I'm going to do here is probably just go for I'm going to probably switch out one of these into yeah, I think we switch out you into Pincurchin. And since I didn't use a move, I'm pretty sure I can switch, and I'll Volt Switch. And which person is more likely to switch out into an Ursaluna is the real question. And I feel like it's more likely to be Hitmonchan, so I'm gonna go into this one. So let's see. They actually, I assume that means they didn't switch out, because I should have been the fastest. That should have been the fastest Pokemon. Set up a light screen, not a big deal. Then we're about to bring out all my physical attackers. Ah, that's so annoying. Okay, we get the Volt Switch out. Not bad damage, and we now have both of our Trick Room Pokemon in Trick Room. Go us! I'm just gonna Wild Charge. Hopefully I thaw out, and I guess we just Thunder Punch. That's about the best I can do. Oh, do I want to Terra? I don't think I want to Terra this. So yeah, so I'm just gonna Wild Charge. Wild Charge. Electric Terrain. Boosted Thunder Punch. Hopefully this can do a chunk of damage. Especially since they don't have Reflect Up. That did not do nearly as much as I was hoping. Iron Hands is a little bit slower than I would like to at this moment, but okay, if we can unfreeze here, I feel like we are in great shape. I'm gonna Brick Break. I think that should kill from this range, and also plays around a switch in to what's it called? Okay, Pheasantipity. Sad day. Not the switch in I was hoping. Pincurchin's still frozen. This is so annoying. This game would have been completely dominating if I. I mean, I feel like I'd be in a complete dominating position if Pincurchin was not frozen right here. Okay, so we're gonna go for more damage into this Pheasantipity. Yeah, super. Belly Bolt, okay. Gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, looks like there's a good chance we lose this game exclusively because Pincurchin got frozen and then 4 turns of consecutive full staying frozen. But we'll see. We're going to go to the Jugulus. And I'm going to go for a Wild Charge again, and I'm going to go for an Earth Power into Belly Bolt. Who are they tearing? I don't even know which Terra options they have. Okay, this is Terra, Ground, Hitmonchan. Probably could have checked that, but not a big deal. Because he did not do as much as I was hoping. I should take that, but I'm assuming they're probably doubling up on this spot. Okay, Parabolic Charge. That makes sense. It's fun. That did more to Pincurchin than I was hoping to. This freeze was so unfortunate and unlucky. I'm still frozen. Cool, cool. Okay, what do we want here? We want... bring out Sandy Shocks. Let's see. Do they have any flying Pokemon? They have no ground resist here. Okay, so Pincurchin, I believe in you. Let's hit this Hitmonchan, and I'm going to Earth Power into the Belly Bolt spot. Belly Bolt switches out, and anything other than Ursaluna probably just dies to this Earth Power. Maybe I should have switched out the Pincurchin here to get the Rotom in. It should take the Ice Punch, but not well, yeah. Pincurchin finally thawed out. Yes! Thank you, Pincurchin. Okay, well, I'm gonna attack here. Earth Power here. I think Earth Power should kill this if it's not a Chicken Berry or Assault Vest. And Pincurchin should kill the Hitmonchan. Okay, let's switch out to the Cobalion. Makes sense. Let's see. Okay, we get the kill there. Sadly, they made a smart move because they looks like they're gonna be able to get a fake out off on this. Okay, what is that? G-berry? Or, yeah, Keyberry, whatever. Okay, so I definitely don't want them to just fake out my Cobalion, so I'm just going to Liquidation Hitmonchan, switch out into... do I want to switch out into Rotom or Lantern? I think Lantern. Yeah, I think I'll switch out into Lantern in case they do like an Ice Punch onto the Hitmonchan instead of the Fake Out. Okay, they did Fake Out there, kind of as expected. Do the Poison Jab. Okay. So I think we kind of need to switch out, or have this out. And I'm gonna go for Earth Power and Terra Water, Muddy Water. I think this is the best situation. Terra Water, Muddy Water makes sense to me. Hitmonchan's the one that moves out. I'm excited about that. Unless they're Choice Scarf on this Cobalion, I feel amazing about my position. And even if they are Choice Scarf, if I can connect this Muddy Water, I'm in okay shape. Okay. So that's fine. Hopefully I don't kill this Belly Bolt with this Muddy Water. That's basically the hope right now. Because if I do kill, then they can bring back in the Hitmonchan, which is somewhat annoying. Okay, I did not kill it. We can decide if that's optimal or not, but go back for another Earth Power and go for the Muddy Water. I think Belly Bolt is slower, should be slower than my Lantern. Belly Bolt's at 45 speed. Yeah, it should definitely be slower. So yeah, let's see. I think single target Muddy Water probably should kill Belly Bolt from this range. Okay, we connect it this time. Single target Muddy Water with the Choice Specs and the Terra. It does get the kill. Perfect. Let's see what they bring out. If it's Pheasantipede and Hitmonchan, I'll probably switch out the Iron, the Sandy Shocks. But if it's here, okay. Pheasantipede is dead. Okay, so I think we just double up into this Hitmonchan because we should outspeed with the Lantern, and Rotom Fan in the back should be able to kill this Ursaluna. So they Fake Out the Lantern, makes sense. We get the kill onto the Hitmonchan, and we just need to hope that we connect a Leaf Storm in the back. Let's see if they're going to go for an Earthquake or a single target move. Facade. Okay. So with the fact that they are a Facade set, I feel very good about my position. I'm Chilean Berry on this Rotom Mo, which means I'm guaranteed to take a Facade, and we get 2 chances to hit a single 90% accurate move in which either of them should kill based on my damage calcs. And on top of that, they need to kill 2 Pokemon. Okay, we connected. I think this should kill based on my things, and we get there. That was a really infuriating game because of my Pincurchin freezing for like 6 turns. I feel like I would have been in a commanding position outside of that. But luckily we were able to get there even with the Pincurchin doing a little bit. Pincurchin finally thawed, and those liquidations from Pincurchin ended up doing a pretty good chunk of damage. This definitely I was not quite expecting what they ended up bringing. I thought they were going to lean a little bit more on a really offensive Cobalion with Beat Up, or maybe lean a little bit more into Trick Room Ursaluna, but I guess it makes sense that they didn't really lean too much into the Ursaluna Trick Room, since I immediately switched in Pokemon that are both underspeed Ursaluna and Trick Room. Sadly, my Iron Hands and Pincurchin didn't do great this week, but all my other Pokemon ended up doing pretty good, and so I'm pretty happy. And so we start off with a nice 2-0. Pincurchin's team did not do as much as it would like to, but I did a lot of work with like Sandy Shocks this week, Iron Leaves, and and some other Pokemon as well. So pretty happy. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for next week.